Good morning and thanks for joining me. I'm Spenta and today I'm here in my gardens. It is a windy day and here are some of my hyacinth flowers. They have bloomed. They are so pretty. I love them. They are one indicator that spring is near. I'm Persian. If you're new to my channel, please take a moment and hit the subscribe button and turn on your bells. I love gardening, and this here is my garden. I'm sitting here with my blooms. I also have daffodil blooms and other plants that are coming up. It's kind of nice because I feel that the early spring is here and my plants giving already blooms is one indicator that my other plants could go in earlier. So I have placed in some produce in my produce gardens and so far so good and I'm happy about it. They have also started to grow a little bit, so they're getting larger as we speak. So my plants are doing good. Again, I'm Spenta. I thank you for being here and for watching my share. If you're just not coming in, this here is my hyacinth flower. And for the Persian New Year, we place 7 items, 7 main items on our table. And the 7 main items that we place, one of the 7 main items is this particular flower. So I grow it all around my gardens, and I also have daffodils that are blooming and in full bloom all around my gardens, not only this garden. If you want to have continual produce and continual flowers in your gardens, it's really nice to do what's called concession planting. This is very successful because what you could do is you could also do companion planting. So what I highly recommend is that you plant your flowers or your plants, any kind of plant that you have, that you plant it in, especially if you have a bulb, a seed. This works really well with seeds and with bulbs. So with bulbs, this plant here has bulbs. So does the daffodil, right? So with plants like that, what I do is I plant them and then I wait 2 weeks and I plant another set. I wait another 2 weeks to plant the next set. And this gives me guaranteed blooms for 2 months throughout the spring. And I enjoy doing that. And I, of course, enjoy seeing my blooms. And having early blooms, having so many flowers in your gardens helps a lot because, as I mentioned, you're wanting to bring in pollinators. So, if your goal is to bring in pollinators, then I recommend that you plant in flowers alongside your herbs and your produce. These flowers are part of my herb garden. There you go. And my herbs are coming up, so everything is looking good. So this year, I have a successful garden and my blooms are coming up. I already had one set of blooms that have finished blooming, and so now we are on the second set of blooms. That is a very good sign. Another set of blooms that I have that I will be sharing with you on the upcoming streams and upcoming videos would be my new daffodil variety. It is actually coral daffodil and the color is very, very gorgeous. So again, I recommend that you start planting in the mornings and evenings whenever is best time for you, but I do recommend that you plant in succession planting. Succession planting is where you take the seed or the onion and you plant it in the ground and then you wait. After you wait, you can see that you have produce or you have flower that has come up. You wait a little bit longer. After you wait another couple of weeks, you'll see more sprouts coming up. This is how you can have plants continually for A section about 2 months, a month, depends on how many bulbs you place in the ground. I have a lot of bulbs and seeds down, so my plants will just be coming up like a music. Like if you're thinking about how the music works or how like a painting works, that's how my plants will be coming up, and they'll all be in order, so it'll be nice. Good morning. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for watching my share and your likes. How are you, Alex? So happy to see you. Good morning, Mom Malu. Thank you, sis. I'm glad you like it. The color is very vibrant. I'm going to add these. I have more in my other gardens, but I'm going to add them to my um, no ruse table. So it is very important for me to grow the hyacinth. I also have this as since this is my garden design, I do it by odds. It means that I have 7 sections with daffodils and also 3 sections with hyacinth. It looks really well, it accents well with purple being with yellow. It is really, really windy here, and basically for this month and next, it is the high wind season for us. I live in USDA Zone 7, and it's a really, really great area. My soil is my own compost, so I have my own compost that I compile throughout the year, which is good because then I know what's going on my produce along with my flowers. And another reason I like to have flowers is because flowers bring in the pollinators. The more pollinators you have, they'll sit on the flowers of the actual flowers, and they'll sit on the flowers of your herbs or flowers of your produce, and you'll have more. So that's why I like to that's why I started introducing flowers into my gardens, actually. That is one big reason. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for liking. How was your day today? I hope you've had a good day. I was going to do a quick live stream and share so far what's going on, and the fact that my update, my garden update, it's going good. It's going really good. I feel that we have an early spring, so I'm happy to see that. I'm happy to see that. And the daffodils are really, really doing well too. Over here on the side, oh, it is very windy. That wind messes with reception and my connection. So over here, as you can see, this is one of my daisy plants. It's a Shasta daisy, or Shasta daisy, how you'd like to call it. And see right here how it's small, right there. You could take those out. You could dig those out, and you could plant them elsewhere, which is something I'm going to do. Each year, this daisy multiplies. The same thing with the hyacinth and the daffodils. They will all multiply. See, there are more daffodils. I have daffodils all over the place. So everything is going to multiply. Good morning, Sam. How are you? Thank you for being here. Thank you, thank you. Good morning. Thank you, Sid. How are you? How was your day? Good morning, Mr. J. How is your day? Happy spring to you. Do you like the flower, friend? Sam, how is your day? Good morning. I feel that we are going to have an early spring, but I did see that next week we're going to have some cooler weather. Thank you, Sid. Thank you so much for being here, Sid. It's great to have you in stream. I'm here by my hyacinth flowers. For all who are joining now, if I get a little bit closer, it has a really vibrant, beautiful purple color. Thank you, Mom Malu. You're the best. Thank you, Sam. Mr. J, happy spring. I'm glad you like my flower. Thank you. You know, it's all over the place. And I have some that are actually pink with peach with coral, and one that is a darker variety pink. So I would say maybe perhaps a little bit fuchsia, and a white variety. So I have different colors of this. This is one of my favorite flowers. It's called sombol in Farsi. So where I'm from, as I mentioned, I'm Persian, where I'm from, this goes on our New Year table, and the Nowruz, which is Persian New Year, is coming up. It's on March 19th this year. So early Happy New Year to all people who celebrate Nowruz. Happy New Year. Of course, dear Sid. Thank you, my friend. So, yes, is the view clear? If I get any closer, oh my gosh, and it's like very fragrant. So, I highly recommend it if you live in a cooler area, if you don't live in warm areas. Iris, daffodil, hyacinth, the Shasta daisy. Those are really, really hardy flowers. So is iris, bearded iris, Dutch iris. Those are all really good flowers. So again, here is what I will be adding to my table. Just a little bit just to share with you. If it breaks stream, I apologize. I'm going to move very slowly in hopes that it will not break my stream, and sit down over here and share one of my new blooms with you. This here is also a hyacinth flower. However, it is the color of light pink. And I've added a few pink tulips, a few pink hyacinths, and they are going to be beautiful accents. And I couldn't believe it, but when I was looking into this, they also make daffodil flowers where the center part is either coral, peach, as I mentioned, or pink. They actually make pink ones. They make so many different colors. Good morning, Sarah V. How are you? And thank you for your support. Thank you so much, Mom Malu, and thank you, friends, for sharing. Let me also share with you another one of my daffodils that I like so much. It's so bright. Is it clear for you guys? Can you see the clear view of that daffodil? If I go back just a little bit more, it's very windy. On days where it's windy, it's hard to share the garden with you, but it's also good to have a little bit of cloud because I can actually not have the sun in the garden, so I can share what the actual flower colors are with you. But see that? That's another variety of daffodils. So I have so many daffodils. This one is another variety of daffodil. It's the shorter one. Thank you for liking, Sarah V. Thank you so much. And thank you for your comments, shares, and love, and for being here with me, and for looking at my humble gardens, my humble herb garden. Do you see all of those? If I get closer to the ground, that is all oregano. And over here, I have some chives. There is tarragon. So the daffodil will go down. So the daffodil will die and look like that. And you must leave it alone. It will take the energy of the sun and send it into the shoots of this flower, same as anything that's tubular. So it will send it to the bottom of this, and then eventually this will die, and go down, and you will just be left with just green stems. And that's okay. Green stems are okay because then the actual green stems will die back, and in the upcoming spring, you'll have these flowers again because hyacinth and daffodil and tulips are perennial to my area. Yes, you're right, Mr. J. I think the reason for that, my friend, I think let me show you guys my savory. So here is my savory plant. There's always some sort of a leaf somewhere. Here is where the tulips are. The tulips come up a little bit later. That's a chrysanthemum. It's a very hardy chrysanthemum. Mr. J, I think the reason there are so many varieties is because so many people were interested in different color and different cultivation methods. So just like I love pepper and I make so much pepper, so I cultivate varieties of pepper, right, friend? So because of that, I feel like that's what's going on with them. You guys see that right there? That's spinach. Good day to you, Mala Vlog. How are you? Thank you for being here, friend. Those are my spinach coming up, so little and tiny. But they're cute, but they'll be very delicious. Spinach is really good. And again, I have to move in sections so the stream doesn't break. Okay. Here I am with another variety of daffodil. Mr. J is like, how many types of daffodils do you have? Mr. J, at the current time, I counted 13 different varieties and 2 new ones that I've placed in, but I haven't seen them yet. They're going to flower as they bloom. I will share them with you. So this is one that bloomed, that started to bloom around 3 weeks ago, and the flowers are, of course, going to die off. This is what spinach starts looking like. Yes. Yes, my friend. It looks like that. Thank you, Mala Vlog. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, all of you, for being here and for watching my gardens with me. I must go a little bit slower so I can share the next portion with you. Okay. So here are some hyacinth. As you see, I've sectioned them with the pink ones, as I mentioned, that I've added. You see, this is the addition of the pink inside. So what I'm going to have, and I have squirrel that decided it's going to nest in my tree, even though I pruned my tree. This is a sunflower. This here is a sunflower, and I have lots of sunflowers. What I will do is I will place all my sunflowers in a few pots, and I will give them away to my friends so that they could have sunflowers in their gardens. I love sunflowers, and they're self-seeding. So this type of sunflower for me, I'll show you where it's at. See, there's some more right there. Oh, even one coming out of the savory. Sunflower, this one is self-seeding, similar to my other plant. I have a morning glory that's self-seeding. This year, I also have evening glory. Thank you so much, Sarah V. Thank you. Thank you. And see right there? So I just wait till they get a little bit larger before I transplant them. Okay, over here I have my amazing, amazing sage. Now I have 2 different types of sage. This is one of them, And this garden is my medicinal herbal garden. So I like it because I make tea with a lot of the items that are in this garden, and it has so many hardy plants in it. What do I mean by hardy plants? As in hardy to winter. So it can last through our winter that is so cold. And therefore, I can have vegetable. I call it herbs. I could have herbs throughout my winter season as well. So this is the sage and it stays this way. And the good thing about it is the savory stays that way too. And then spring hits, and when spring starts, then they start to look different and they start to have their new blooms come, their new leaves come, new sprouts come. And yes, I love oregano. They're all really good. Oregano, savory, thyme, lavender, love them so much. Basil is considered an annual. Basil is an annual plant for my area. So there you go. There are some more of my hyacinth flowers. Now over here, I have a particular type of tulip. It's my favorite type of tulip, perhaps, due to its color. I like two tulips. Majority of my favorite tulips would be the two. One of the tulips is Queen of the Night, and the other one is Sunset. The sunset tulip is coral color and peach and orange mix. It's really gorgeous with red tips. Queen of the Night is very dark. It is actually so dark purple it almost looks black if you look at it. It's really dark burgundy. It's gorgeous. Good morning to you, Jun Ji May. How are you? So happy to have your support, sis. Look at all those sunflowers growing right next to my lovely lavender plants. So I'll have to remove those, right? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for liking, loving. Thank you. And thank you for sharing. You see, it is still winter time. That's right. I also have tulips. I have the three. Actually, I have five if you consider hyacinth, tulip, daffodil, Dutch iris, bearded iris. I have five plants that are my major spring flowering plants. How are you? Thank you. I'm doing good. Thank you. Yes, Mr. J, I also love tulips. And I have red tulips. This is a different type of. I'm going to try to show it to you. Let me see how I can. There it is. See, that's pretty large. If we consider the height of that daffodil, it's pretty large in comparison to the hyacinth. You see, so this is a different daffodil bloom. Good morning, Kuya Rooch. Rooch Jewel is in the house. How are you, my friend? I'm sharing my medicinal herbal garden with you guys. Thank you for being in here. And I'm also sharing my spring flowers as I prepare to set up for the New Year table. I'm Persian, as you know, and Nowruz is on its way. Mr. J, there is some more tulip right there, right by a chrysanthemum that's really hardy. That chrysanthemum is going to be a white color, and this tulip here is going to be a light pink color. Miss you too, my dear friend. Miss you, Kuya Ruch. Thank you for being here, my friend. I've been busy either being sick or with work and backup work due to being sick. So thank you. Thank you so much. You see these sticks? Can pull them out now. It's no problem because hollyhock is growing again. And those are some of my hollyhocks. Hollyhocks are so pretty. I have different color hollyhocks. So I have pink hollyhock, white hollyhock, yellow hollyhock, cream. I also have that color that's really dark burgundy. It almost looks black. So you could cut these out. This here, you could cut them out. because we have new blooms coming in, and it's really best to use shears or your pruners. I like to use my shears and I like to use pruners. Like I mentioned, it's best to use pruners for your plants, and I'll come around and I'll take care of this and fix it. This here um, is a, so let me show you what happens. Hold on first. See right there? You can take that out of the ground, this here, you can take out and transplant this area. I'm trying to show you on herbs. You can't transplant the whole thing here because you might be damaging your mother plant. But see on the side, oh, and this is so delicious. The leaves, oh my gosh, right now, I see my spiders on here. It's like, what are you doing with this leaf? I was trying to enjoy it. Let me see, it'll taste just like lemon. Mmm, mmm. These are so good. Oh, lemon. Lemon is so good. Mmm, it tastes so good. And this is really good for tea. Yummy. I have a lot of varieties of mint, and I have a lot of varieties of, as you can see, that's so delicious, aromatic. Look at that thyme, and look at this. It's so large. But they're dying, as you can see, and that's okay. I told you that I use what's called succession planting. Succession planting makes me see flowers for 2, 3 months straight in the springtime. How do I know which color my flowers will be? Is because, Mr. J, I use a planner. I use a planner and I actually write down what color I have planted where. So I write down what color I have planted in which areas. That's how I know. It's really a smart idea to use a garden planner. I highly recommend it. And see, parsley is interesting because it's self-seeding and it's also considered biannual. Now, this is another one of my daffodils that flowered earlier. I have a lot of mint. I have spearmint, peppermint, lemon. Let's see. Not lemon tree. I have orange mint as well. This here is my chocolate mint. One of my favorite varieties of mint is the chocolate mint. It's so good. I love making tea with it. So my gardens are doing really good right now, even though we are not in the springtime yet. They are doing fantastic in my opinion. So early spring to me and early spring to you. I wish it to be happy for you and your loved ones. I thank you, my friends, for being in my stream with me today and for my quick garden update and for watching it with you. Thank you so much, Mom Malu. A big shout out to you. That's right, chocolate mint is so delicious. It's one of my favorite varieties, and I love using it as a border. Here we are back with the hyacinth. Again, I'm Spenta. I'd like to take a moment and thank my members and also thank all who joined me today in my stream. Continued blessings to you and your gardens. Happy spring, and to all who celebrate Nowruz. Happy Nowruz. I'm Spenta and I wish you a beautiful day.